and welcome back to this episode of Who Are They? I'm Sam Teller.
And I'm Libby Davidson.
And with us today, we have the Minnetonka as the Tonka truck capital of the world, Minnesota native, Mia Barron. Mia is a fifth-year grad student, and she's a decorated athlete. Last year, she came in third in the triple and fourth in the long jump at ACCs, and she holds the, I believe, fifth and eighth in the triple and long jump in school record history. Mia, you have been to the outdoor NCAA regional meet all 4 years, is that correct?
Yeah, well, this will be my fourth year going there, but yeah, last 3 years in a row.
Excellent. And so that's really hard, to qualify for. What do you do to keep calm before those competitions?
Yeah, I mean, regionals is one of those things where anything can happen. We've had some crazy weather the last couple years go on. Last year, I think I was supposed to long jump around 5 p.m. and I didn't long jump until 11:30 p.m. and it was still lightning out and bugs were literally raining from the sky. So anything can happen at regionals. Coach Fetzer always says that. So you really just have to be prepared for the unexpected and be able to just stay relaxed and go with the flow. And not let it fluster you, because regionals is one of those things where in horizontal jumps you only get 3 jumps. There's no prelims and finals, so you have to make it happen or try your best to make it happen in 3 jumps. And it's just kind of one of those things where you have to stay relaxed, you have to stick to your routine as much as you can, but also just go with the flow.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's difficult because you have a lot of time kind of in between attempts, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to stay calm for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. And I've got to say, I've always been so impressed by how calm you are before every single race. I'll see you and I'll be like, "You competing soon?" And you're like, "Yeah, in 5 minutes," and you're still smiling and having a good time. So you look good, yeah.
Yeah, that's something I've learned over the years. I used to get really uptight and tense before competitions, and I've always been someone who's put a lot of pressure on myself. And over the years, I've worked with Coach Wilson to just sort of learn how to have more fun with it. I always am having fun, but really just enjoying the moment and not putting so much pressure on any single jump or any single meet. And I think this being my 5th year, my last year, I've been really just trying to take it all in and enjoy it as much as I can.
And Wilson's such an easygoing guy that I can imagine he was super helpful in that whole process.
Yeah, so that's definitely how we kind of clicked, because I need somebody who's not gonna make me more flustered than maybe sometimes I'm gonna make myself, someone who's just gonna bring it back down and keep it cool.
Very good. And the next question, you have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and you're working towards your master's in higher education, correct?
Yeah, and also a bachelor's in media studies.
Okay, sorry, excuse me. So do you have any, is it hard to balance that kind of schedule with competitive, collegiate sports, or?
Yeah, I've always been busy. I thrive on being busy. I like to be busy. This year has been especially challenging in the time management aspect, with being in grad school full time and then being the GA for football recruiting and still being a student athlete. My days are long. They usually go from 8 or 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. when I have classes until. But it's really just about, kind of compartmentalizing, and I make a lot of lists of things to do. I wouldn't remember to do anything if I didn't write it all down.
Big to-do list girl.
Big to-do list girl.
That's good advice.
So yeah.
Yeah, so as you just mentioned, you're the GA for UVA's football recruiting. What does that role consist of?
A little bit of everything is what I say. Kind of whatever they need me to do. I report to Justin Anderson, who's the director of player personnel, but I also work alongside all of the area recruiting coordinators, some undergrad student workers, and even sometimes coaches in the office will ask me to do something for them. So I do a whole bunch of different things. Worked every game day for our home games, just prepare for recruits coming in for official and unofficial visits, and get their transcripts and their test scores, and make sure all their forms are in, and making name tags, whatever they need me to do.
Busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming up this week, we have ACCs on our home turf. Do you have any big goals for this meet specifically, and then going forth through the rest of postseason?
Yeah, I would love to get on the podium again for long and/or triple jump. That's definitely a goal. I've always sort of had some struggles when it comes to outdoor ACCs with things just not going how I hoped that they would have gone, you know, coming in with
on the elements.
yeah, coming in with, you know, good marks and then just having issues with fouling, or, you know, my ankle, ever since I had ankle surgery, is always kind of a gamble of whether it's going to feel good or not when I'm jumping. And so, yeah, so I'm hoping that, you know, this year, with it being my last year and being at home, that I'll really be able to do something big and get on the podium again.
I know we'd all love to see that, and we're ready to watch you compete. But so you're graduating. What's next?
So I'm moving to Miami in July to work for the Orange Bowl in event operations and community outreach. So I'll be there. It's just like a little less than a year-long internship type thing, full-time. And so I know that's where I'll be for the next several months of my life. After that, we'll see where life takes me, but
super
excited for the move. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad, I know.
All right, and our last question is just what kind of advice do you have for any student athletes for coming into UVA or just in general who want to have as great of a career as you?
Yeah, I just think that UVA has so much to offer, and especially as a student athlete, that can really open a lot of doors. And so I think it's really important to just take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way. And my first couple years at UVA, I, you know, was limiting myself more to just, you know, doing my classes and focusing on track, and thinking that I didn't have time for anything else. And I realized that, you know, you can prioritize a lot of different things, and you can make time for the things that are really important to you. So just learning how to get involved and getting involved in things that you're passionate about, both within athletics, I'm a SAC rep this year, so that's something that was a really cool thing to be a part of. And then outside of athletics, in your field of interest, just talk to people, make good relationships with your professors. That's been something that was really helpful for me these last few years. And yeah, just take advantage of the people that you meet. People here are so well connected, and you know,
Especially within the athletic.
yeah, and don't limit yourself just because you think you're busy as an athlete, you know?
That's very good advice, because I mean, I hear from everyone, like everyone's so overwhelmed with being an athlete, and I complain about it myself. I mean, obviously we love what we do, but it's really easy to get wrapped up and get stuck in a little bubble. So yeah, thanks for that advice. I'm sure people will love to hear it.
Very good. All right,
Thank you.
Maya, Libby, thank you, and we'll see you next week. Hi, Who Are They fans. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Who Are They. We'll be putting out more Who Are They videos every Saturday at 12 p.m. So you can subscribe here or watch last week's video here to find out more about the UVA track and field team. Thanks, and see you next week.